welcome back to Choice Bits of Bliss. My name is Cilla. In today's video, we're going to do our second installment of Themes on the 13th. Now, this is not really a collaboration. Anyone can play. Anybody that wants to pick up the thumbnail image or the intro video that wants to play, they can play. This is just to get us in our themes. This is something that's near and dear to my heart because it's an area in my stash that I just did not touch last year. So by design and by playing with challenges that other people have come up with, I will touch every area of my craft room this year, and I'm really proud of that. So once a month, everything in my room is going to be looked through, touched, something. So that is just something I'm very, very happy about. This month, I've decided to go with vintage. Now, when I did my intro video, I talked about I'm a vintage wannabe. I love the designs. I collect them, and I don't do the things that I think are beautiful, like the junk journals, and I do them loosely, but not, that's just not what I do all the time. So, it starts building up, the stash does. So, I have this pad. We're going to look through it together, and I thought that I would just select my papers as we're looking through it. Before we do that, though, I wanted to talk about some cardstock that I use. Now, I get this at Joann. It's Basil. It's good quality cardstock. I always get 12 inches out of it every single time. And the smooth, if you can tell, is called Natural. That's what the smooth is called. And the textured in the same color, they're in the same color, is called Cream Puff. Now, I discovered the Cream Puff through the scrap ring kit. It's included in my kits sometimes. And the first time I used it, I absolutely fell in love with it and made certain to order some. I went to scrapbook.com and ordered some the very first time. When I realized that Joann carries it, I wait for the 10 pieces of paper for $2. When that sale happens, I stock up. Every time. So I typically get either the smooth, or I'll get the textured, or I'll get my favorite white, and so on. So I just wanted to share that with you. I'm going to use one of these in the layout today, but I wanted to show you the difference between the textured and the smooth. Now let's do our flippy through. The designs in this pad are just beautiful. They're just beautiful. So there's 2 of each. It is single-sided. This paper's weight is 160 GSM. Now, 160 GSM is very similar to 65-pound cardstock that I think Echo Park, Photo Play, Simple Stories, that those companies use. It definitely is thicker than regular paper. This is so pretty. I really love this one. Not so much. I love these collage style papers. This is pretty. Now, as you can see, this is very neutral. It definitely has that grunge, distressed, vintage vibe. Even the branding strips are really interesting. And something that's different about Kaisercraft is that their branding strip is not one of the papers. It's a totally different pattern. Love the script. I won't use this page. I'm just being honest with you. I won't use it. This is pretty. This, oh my gosh, I love this one so very, very much. I probably will not use this lace. I do not like photorealistic lace. This is very usable. Love this one. I love the petite florals. That's just something that is something I love. I just do. This one is very much a nod to my profession. And here's one of those papers that we've talked about where you get a lot of bang for your buck. This is pretty. This can be my ephemera because it's very easily, every single item in here is easily fussy cut. Basic grid, can't go wrong with that. I love these old-fashioned typewriter keys. Map, can't go wrong with that. And then music. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, in looking at this pad, I mentioned it's very neutral, distressed, but I need some color. And I think I'm becoming a brand new person because when I was working with this, I decided I wanted a soft, I think soft tones will go with it best. So I pulled initially this paper. It'll give it some color, some depth, and I like it. I love this paper. I have several of them. I love this paper. I've used it quite a bit. But then when I was looking at the back side, I thought, you know, I need to be very conscientious about how I'm cutting it because I can use some of these elements to tuck and to use in my clusters. So I'm going to leave it turned this way because this eventually evolved into me bringing in additional color. So this is what I brought in. So I brought in the soft. I don't know that I will use this. I brought in the blue polka dot because of this. And then this yellow, which is a little more vibrant, but this is bang on. And then, of course, if I'm going to do this, I may do some die cutting or punching. And it's probably going to be leaves. So I brought in a more of a flat green that's deeper. Okay, so these are going to be the supporting cast members to this. I'm going to get my papers and then I'll come right back. I've pulled some papers out and this one just kept staring at me and I couldn't make it stop. I'm kidding. But I don't want this heavily detailed frame. I just want this more intricate design on the interior. And my dog is barking, of course. And I want what's inside. So I'm going to trim that out. Let's see if my circle sorry for the banging around. Let's just see if my We Are Memory Creative Memories circle fits that. Because if that can go a lot faster, you know what? It's like it was meant to be. That will go much faster. So let's move all of these other items out of the way. And let's commence to cutting a circle. It's the red one that is closest. And that's what I want. I want to be right on it. I love this die cutting system because it has worked for 20 some odd years. And it still works like a dream. There we go. Give me 1 second and I'll be right back. Before we were so rudely interrupted, I was cutting the circle with my Creative Memories cutting system. And I know I forgot to talk about where these papers are from. This is Jelly Bean Soup, Parsnip, and this is the B-side. This is also Jelly Bean Soup, and this is the B-side, which both of these B-sides would work well with this. And this is from Crepe Paper. This is the B-side, and it's from Willow Lane. Okay. So I'm still kind of formulating in my mind how I want the layout to look. I apologize again. My dog has come up here and she is wanting to play. Okay, friends, today was just not the day to have solitude and uninterrupted time filming. So I have done a lot. I got all of my fussy cutting done, and I decided I wanted to go ahead and use the leaf punches. So I have these two punches. This is EK Success, and this one is Creative Memories. It's got some schmutz there on it, but I love both of these. Love them. Now this punch, it doesn't matter because it's just a straight leaf. This one, because it has the stem curves, if you want your stems to curve the other way, turn your paper over. It's, you know, it's super simple. I can be a little bit dunderheaded sometimes, and I need somebody to say that out loud, and then I'm good. I'm golden. So just in case anyone else out there is remotely like me, there you go. So this is my photo. I've got it up on some fun foam, and I've thought 100 different things about how I wanted this layout to go, what I wanted it to represent. And the thing that just keeps impacting me is the time that this photo was taken. Now, it was May of 2012, and that was literally just months before my divorce was finalized. I was 40 years old and no longer felt like I knew everything. I started questioning everything. And I didn't feel so smart anymore. And that's kind of what keeps going through my head. And my journaling will probably reflect that. So let's talk about some of the products that I used. These stickers I used down the side that just made this basically a border over here on the side using these bottle cap stickers from 2004. And I'm really proud of how many I used. But I looked for words that I felt represented me. And I used up quite a bit. We've talked about using the punches to get my leaves. We've talked about fussy cutting out elements. I'm doing a diagonal design because there's so much going on over here. This becomes one large element that I just needed the balance to come over here, and then I'm done with making clusters. I also wanted the texture of this antique looking lace. Now, it's not antique lace. I'm going to tuck that under that flower there so that seeing is still visible. But it looks like it's antique lace, and it goes with the color scheme. I used a flare, a canvas flare from Scrap and Happy Studio here. I really thought about using a couple of these, or maybe another one up here. It says, "Live your life, forget your age." That is really appropriate for this page. We'll see in the final photos if that makes it on or not. I brought out a lot of stuff. So since I've done the desk reset, I have more drawers over here where I'm working, and I designated one drawer to be my enamel dots. One drawer has flour and brads, just a sampling, so that I easily can just look through them quickly to see what will work with the layout. It's just an effort to start getting that stuff on my pages. I really wanted these Prima doilies. Because when I first pulled out, remember they had the color scheme. I was using the blue, the yellow, and this coral color, but it didn't work. And even this coral, it's too deep. It just makes too big of an impact. So that's going back in the drawer. I don't think I'm going to use any of the brads either. One final thing that I thought I might add, and I still probably will, are these flat back pearls. They have adhesive on them already, and I will probably sprinkle those around just a little bit. I need to do some adhering because we know how I am. So I'm going to pause, get everything adhered, and then I'll be right back. I think, my goodness, my dog is barking again. She's been very barky today. I don't know what's going on. There's probably something in the backyard. Anyway, I'm finished. I'm not going to redo this video. I can't. Everything's stuck down. I am finished with this layout. I have played with some vintage products. We've been talking a little bit about bringing back the burn rate on this layout. I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different pieces of pattern paper. Well, this is not patterned. 6 papers. And these are my scraps that I have left over. So these two definitely have some use out of them that I can still use. I am not going to use this. This is going to go to recycling. And this I won't use. I'm not going to use any of this, let's be honest. Okay, there's that. We're done. I'm really happy with using that much paper. Let's come back again real soon and do some more chatting. And hopefully it'll be a calmer, quieter day for me. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.